Hey folks, Troubletcat here, you're watching Meet the Weapon, and today we're looking at the L85A2 with no attachments. This is the first video I'm doing for this gun. I didn't edit this video down very much, mostly because I didn't have much time, didn't leave myself much time to make a video today, but I did want to get this out there, because, you know, I said I would do one today. I was fairly certain these recording settings were going to work out better than they apparently have. That's very annoying. I used these a few videos ago, and it actually worked great. But apparently not this time. That is quite frustrating. I think I'm just going to go back to my old method. Anyway, sorry about the poor frame rate in the video, guys. I thought it would actually be okay this time. I'm playing a very strange game here. 64 players team deathmatch. It's fucking insane. I don't do hugely well. It turns out my ability to survive in a situation where there is an enemy literally everywhere, every 1 foot, is not that high. I do go positive, but it was an amazing game. Plus, the server hardware was really not up to it. It's not too bad early on, but you'll see later a lot of network lag coming into this from the server side. And I'm really sorry about the quality frame rate, guys. I feel terrible. How unprofessional of me. I thought I had sorted that, but oh well. Next time. So, anyway, with all that said out of the way, let's talk about this gun in real life. The SA-80, small arms for the 80s, are a British family of 5.56 bullpup assault rifles designed by Enfield Lock. So they also designed, for example, the Lee Enfield rifle that the British used during World War II. Basically a much-historied British weapons manufacturer. The L85 is a variant of the SA-80 family, and it's been the service rifle of the British Armed Forces since 1987. The current model that they use is the improved L85A2, and that is what you see in the game here. Unlike a lot of modern bullpup rifles, the L85 can only be fired right-handed. The bullpup configuration places the ejection port right near the user's face, ejecting shells away from them, normally when used right-handed, but directly into their line of sight / their face itself, if used left-handed. A lot of modern bullpups allow the ejection port to be swapped for left-hand use, but the L85 notably does not. I just thought that was an interesting thing to note. Any of my left-handed viewers out there, well, you're gonna have to relearn your ways if you want to use this weapon, apparently. As a 5.56x45mm NATO weapon, the ballistics and general performance are quite similar to the large variety of other rifles firing this round, so, you know, the M16, all that stuff. The L85 fires at around 700 rounds a minute, which is fairly modest, but makes it quite controllable, in the game anyway, I assume. I don't even know. It's got an effective range of around 500 to 600 meters, depending on your optics configuration. Speaking of which, in real life this gun is normally issued with a SUSAT sight, which is an optics system designed specifically for this weapon, which offers a 4 times magnification, and has an interesting, fairly unique shaped reticle. You'll have to look up images of that if you want to know what that looks like, because it is not in the game, sadly. However, the gun is also sometimes issued with a standard ACOG scope, and recently produced L85A2s have a Picatinny rail system, which allows them, of course, to mount a wide variety of attachments. The L85A1 was notoriously unreliable. Not only would it jam, but some of the parts also had a tendency to fracture during full auto fire, which, as you might imagine, your gun actually breaking apart as you attempt to use it is generally a bad thing, not normally something you would want. But the weapon's reliability was greatly improved with the L85A2, and in fact the British Ministry of Defense describes the A2 version as one of the most reliable, or some of the most reliable weapons of their type in the world. So now those problems have been resolved, and this gun is quite a bit more functional, which is nice. We do like things that are functional. In the game, it's very nice, actually. This is one of my favorite assault rifles in the game since they added it. It's got a good low recoil, and it's extremely controllable thanks to that sort of moderate rate of fire, but it's still fast enough that you can compete with it close up. I mean, it's not the best gun at close range, but it's not bad either. It's really, really dominant at medium range. Again, at long range you have a few problems because the base accuracy on the gun is not that high. There's a fair bit of bullet spread. But at medium range, the fact that you can basically just full auto fire this thing fairly accurately, or at least good, long, close together bursts, makes it a really, really effective gun in the game. Also, the hipfire accuracy is not amazing, not too bad. It's really a medium-range focused weapon, is how I feel about it anyway. Particularly, the iron sights are quite good at, as well, you know, short to medium range. Again, with iron sights, you never really want to be doing anything super long range. I don't mind the iron sights on this gun, although they look kind of weird, like when you're not aiming down them. When you are aiming down them, it's fine, but when you're not, the gun looks kind of weird with that giant-ass carrying handle on the front post sticking way up like that. Looks a lot cooler when you shove an ACOG or something similar on there. I do really like this gun with the ACOG, in fact, and you will see a loadout using that probably tomorrow. So that is all good. But yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about this video. No, I wanted to talk a little bit about, in this video, this game type I'm playing. You're probably wondering why the fuck would I even 64-player team deathmatch, but the maps are only designed for 24 players. There's like 40 too many dudes. Are you insane? And I might be slightly. I was curious. I saw it there on my server browser and I was like, wow, that sounds fucking ridiculous. Let's try that out. Make a video from that. I don't know. I understand why people like these absurdly huge games on small maps, same with like Metro 64-player Conquest. I understand why people like that, and a lot of it's to do with fast leveling up. But also, you know, it's really, really super fast-paced gameplay. I think it's weird that people prefer that to something with a more deliberate pace in a lot of ways, something where there's a bit more time to think, to contemplate, a bit more strategy involved. I feel like these games with this many people, they just put so much emphasis on, you know, reflexes and not much else. I don't know, I guess I want a little bit more mental engagement from my games. I want room to strategize and tactify and actually position myself and not just get derped on. And I'm really lucky I picked that kill up there. Did you hear all those sniper shots whizzing past me? How many fucking guys was that? I don't even want to know how many dudes were just trying to penetrate me with their bullets. But yeah, as I said, I can sort of understand why people go for this, but at the same time, I don't know, I guess I just don't have ADHD enough to really enjoy this. That's why you don't, you don't really see videos with these kinds of, craziness from me very often, because I don't really go for the, oh my goodness, there's a million dudes everywhere. That dude camping in the corner of that building with a machine gun. He actually ends up killing me again. I looked over there, but I thought he was dead or he had moved on or something because I was staring directly at the corner and I didn't see anybody. I didn't quite pick up on that there was a dude there, I guess, and then he wasn't shooting back at me, so I was like, oh god, there's not a guy there anymore. But then there actually was a little bit of a guy there. I wasn't quite, I didn't... That guy, guys. Oh, maybe he actually wasn't there, because or something was shooting me from that direction. I glanced in there, and it didn't look like he was there. I don't even know. I think it was derping. I think I was just derping, guys. It happens to the best of us. And also to me, who am not necessarily the best of us, but yeah, you can see up here. Oh yeah, I totally should have noticed that guy. He was shooting at me way before I started climbing up there. See, when I was in game, I kind of felt like I started climbing up onto that step and was just instantly an extremely clear line of sight on him. Oh, and you know, maybe the video won't be as choppy when it's actually doing the rendering. I believe. I think it might actually come out slightly better than it looks in my preview window. In my preview window, it does not look good. Hopefully, the video quality is passable on the output end. I don't know. Either way, I think I'm gonna be going back to my old sort of setup because I mean the sound went out of sync sometimes, but it didn't happen a huge amount really anymore, and it was just I'm just having a hard time trying to get things working properly with the XSplit. Their game source capture thing, which I'm using, is still in beta. It's a beta part of the program, and the program itself is still in beta, and it doesn't, I don't know, I've been trying to make it work for me, because it should let me fix the sound sync and maybe even get better quality, but it's been causing me all kinds of performance issues and stuff like that. It's just not quite up to snuff yet. They're still working on it, so hopefully someday. I can't go there. Yeah, I mean, that was crazy network lag, began a few moments ago, and that was sort of, I don't even know. Yeah, you can see here how much I'm like sort of jittering around and stuff. It's just crazy. It's crazy. The server clearly not able to handle 64 players. I don't know why server owners do that, because I see it a lot. There'll be a server that's running a 64-player configuration, Conquest 64 or whatever, and the server hardware or the server's connection or something just really can't take it. Anytime it gets up to that 64-player mark, it becomes so laggy it's almost unplayable, and it afflicts a lot of the 64-player servers here in Australia, possibly because our tech is expensive here compared to the US, and so is bandwidth, so I think servers cut costs, which end up resulting in a lot of the 64-player servers having a kind of shitty experience. Not all of them, I mean, there are good ones, but a lot of these 64-player servers, you just end up feeling like, wow, this kind of isn't really that playable. Sort of not that good to be the 64 players here is this. Well, that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, Clarence. Anyway, I think we're getting towards the end of the game here. I believe. It certainly sounds like, yeah, only 5 of them left. Oh, I love killing the last 5 enemies. No, I don't actually kill... Do I kill anyone else? I don't even remember. No. 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 Well, it's over. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope the quality turns out okay in the end. Sorry for not editing this much or spending a whole lot of time on this video. It should come out okay regardless. But, it's the holidays, and I didn't leave myself a whole lot of time to work on it today. Things will get back to normal very soon, within the next, probably tomorrow, maybe the day after. We'll see. Let me know what you thought of the video. Troubletcat out.